Henry Schumacher played the organ. And we had services here every Sunday. They were in the afternoon. Sometimes in the summer it got just barely hot up here. There were no trees. One Sunday I came in the back door and there's a thermometer there, or there was, and it said 106 degrees. And I had to put on my robe and preach. My whole body was just soaked with sweat. We had baptisms, we had weddings, and we had funerals. We laughed and we cried together. But most of all, we heard God's holy word. We received the Holy Sacrament and our sins were forgiven. The people here took me and my family to their hearts, and I thank you for that. A little of my heart has always remained here at Glueckstal. Glueckstal is my church home. And today, on the 100th birthday celebration of this wonderful old building, it's good for all of us to be here. I remember on Sundays, people would come to church a half hour early. They wouldn't come into the church right away. They would get into each other's cars and they would visit. Then when the church bell rang, they all came in at the same time, the women to the left and the men to the right. A grand old German tradition. I remember the mission festivals and Missionsfests. There was an English service in the morning. There was a German service in the afternoon. I never really took part in those services because I was told by the district president never to admit that I could speak German or that I could preach in German or do anything else in German. And so consequently, we would have Kammerer, he would come preach for us. Here from Streeter, he would come and preach. Good old gentleman, I loved him so much. And here the entire benevolence offering for the whole year this was our offering for missions to the American Lutheran Church. It all came in on one Sunday. The offering plates were full of $50 bills and $100 bills, and we gave them a very generous offering. I also remember my first communion service here at Glueckstal. Many of the men had grown full beards for the sesquicentennial celebration in Napoleon. Well, we had the common cup here for communion. And I had to try to find them out. All of that hair, so I could put a wafer into it. And then with the common cup,
Oh no, you're just
and also a young, beautiful young lady,
oh, the same stuff.
whose name I can't remember exactly, came to Holy Communion wearing a navy blue dress, and she had white linen collar. And I said to myself, you know, if I'm ever going to make a crazy mistake in my life, this is going to be it. short enough. I dripped wine on her beautiful collar, the linen white collar. Well, she took it to the cleaners, but it never came out. And every time she wore that dress, I was reminded of my clumsiness. I also remember our system here at Fosterville. Each couple paid $16 a year for the upkeep of the church and the pastor's salary. A widow or a widower paid $8. But this is the strange part. One didn't really become a member here until he or she got married. Then, a few Sundays later, there would be a brief meeting after the church service, and someone would make a motion to receive this couple into membership. From then on, they were members. They had to pay $16 too. Well, if you didn't get married, I guess you really were never a member. I remember the old timers talking about the sod churches, the old sod churches that dotted the prairies of North Dakota. It was all that they had. It was all that they could afford when they came from Russia. But they brought with them something very important. They brought with them their faith. They brought with them their hymnals. They brought with them their Bibles. And they never forgot to worship and to thank God for their wonderful blessings. And they lived in need and poverty. Glueckstal, this building was my cathedral in the country. We laughed together, we cried with one another, we drank coffee together. And the people here were so generous. On Saturday night, the people from Glueckstal would all come shopping to Napoleon, and they would all come to the parsonage, and they would bring us quarts of cream and beef and pork and chickens and eggs and you name it. We even had to rent 2 locker boxes yet at the local cold storage. It was wonderful, and we lived like royalty. Think about that, Susan. So today, thank you for including me in your celebration. I'm so glad to be here. I get tears when I think about it. What more can I say about this grand old building? Except, Fröhliche Geburtstag, or Happy Birthday, Glueckstal. And God be with each of you.
I have a little reading here that I read several years ago. Some of you might remember it. My my uncle, Marvin Schumacher, was bishop of the Lutheran Church at one time, and he sent this little note for me to read. I will read it again because to me it meant a lot, and I'm sure a lot of you will remember him too. It says, on the occasion of your anniversary, there are a few items I wish to share with you as we remember God's blessings on your congregation. My first recollection of services in this congregation was a Christmas Eve when I was about 4 years old. there was an enormous, at least to my eyes as a 4-year-old, Christmas tree in the corner. Men with buckets of water and real live candles on the tree. I had a poem to say, which I had memorized with my mother's help, of which I forgot every word that it knew. Other times I remember was riding in a sleigh to the church, snuggled under a buffalo robe. The men sitting on one side of the church, the women on the other. Vacation church school, which I taught 1 year when Pastor Arthur Wall asked me to teach the classes for 2 weeks. I remember being so nervous the evening of the program that I was barely able to read from the sheet of paper I was holding. I also remember my first sermon preached on Easter Sunday. My wife had introduced herself to the person she was sitting next to in the back row. I forgot part of the Apostles' Creed and could not find the part in the notes where it was written. After at least 2 or 3 long minutes, I found the note, and I looked up to see my wife holding her hands over her face. Glueckstal, a name of a village in Russia, from which my father and many of your ancestors came, became the center of the people's lives in the beginning, and for many years following. The congregation began worshiping in a sod building. Glueckstal had a marvelous attendance record and mission giving over the years of its ministry in the area and in the world. It was a sad day for me personally, when at the 75th anniversary, I had the duty as Bishop of Western North Dakota, District ALC, to officiate at the closing of the congregation. This is readings from Pastor Mark.
Praise the Lord. Praise the name of the Lord.
Praise the Lord. Give thanks to Him.
God has blessed us and brought us here.
He has blessed us and brought us to this place this day.
God has caused His name to dwell in our midst.
He has stirred our hearts and made us glad.
God has shown us His glory and His mighty word.
He has shown us the way of truth and life.
Praise the Lord. Praise the name of the Lord.
Praise the Lord. We joyfully give thanks to Him.